Hey y'all, what's good? What's up? Welcome back to 7 Days of Daily Growth with Nay. I hope you guys are doing well. What's good, y'all? Hey, what's going on? It's Tuesday. Tuesday's word of the day. It's week 16, day 3, y'all. I hope y'all doing good. It's, the sun ain't really out today, but it's still a beautiful day. It's real peaceful. It's real calm out there today. And thus far, today has been a real cool, calm, collected, peaceful day. I had an exam today, only one class. My other class not meeting this week. So I'm grateful. I don't have to go to work today, so I'm chilling on some chill stuff. Oh, I wish I could just lay in the bed, but I made some plans, and I'm going to see them through. But I kind of just want to stay in the bed, but I'm going to get outside today. I'm going to do a little bit today, a little riding today. But, yeah, it's a beautiful day. Mine was closed first, but I ain't really like, I was like, let me get some natural guise light up in here. You know what I'm saying? And it made all the difference. And I'm looking, I can only see like the tops of the trees right now from where I'm sitting. It's just it's so still, it's so peaceful, so beautiful, like. But I hope y'all doing good. Again, it's Tuesday's word of the day. Today's word is purpose. We are on P, purpose. Something set up as an object or end to be obtained. Also says intention. And to attain means to gain or achieve something. So something set up as an object or an end to be gained or achieved. Something that you intend to do, or, something God intended to have for you, because, I believe that, God put me here for a reason, for a purpose. I believe that, and I know that as well. And one thing I love again about conversational pieces, as I was writing my questions again today, the main thought for me was, this is like car park conversations type. Next time I have a car park date, or next time I have a conversation with somebody, I'm gonna go pull out my book, my content book for my YouTube channel, and I'm gonna just start asking, do you believe you have a purpose? What is your purpose? Why or why not? I'm gonna just start from the beginning. I'm gonna just start going in like, what's some other questions I asked? Hold on. I'm gonna be in there like, so think about a time where you had to accept a situation or a person, because the more you talk to somebody and the more y'all talk, and whether y'all ask each other questions or whether y'all just have a conversation and piggyback off of each other, you learn a lot through conversation about somebody. You learn a whole lot. You get to see how a person thinks. That's the biggest thing for me. Like, one thing about me is, you might not think I'm listening to how you talk, the way you think, but I am listening. Because if you say something and I feel like I'm like, no, I don't be interested in a lot of stuff. And, I'm not really a talker. Like, I'm a talker, but I'm not a talker. Like, I'm only a talker when I'm comfortable with you and I can trust you to, like, open up more. But if I'm not comfortable, I just really listen to people. Like, I'll let you talk, and I'm here. I'm good at being a listening ear. I don't know about a shoulder to cry on. I don't know how to feel about people crying and stuff. But I will if you need me to be. But I'm more so a listening ear than that shoulder to cry on. Like, you might can sit over there and cry. You follow me, but like, as far as you crying right here, I don't know. But if I need to be there, I will. But I might start crying with you. So that I think that be my thing. Like, Lord, please don't cry, because then you could have me in here crying. But another one, like, how can you start being more bold? Like, do you think you're a bold person? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be Carisha. Do you think you're a bold person? My next date, my next car date. You feel me? What's another one? I'm funny. Reflect on how much you changed. You think you changed? Like, like, what do you used to do? How far you come? Like, what's up? What's up with you? What's up with you? One more. I'm having fun. Yes, that's whoever take me on my date and we have a car. I love car dates. I love car conversations. I love just chilling in the car and just talking. I do. Why is focus important to a life or a healing journey? Like, why is it important to focus? You might can put me on. Like, it's hard for me to focus. So if I ask somebody, why is it important you to focus, and they're a person that's usually focused, you putting me on. Like, you helping me see it. You giving me insight. Like, you telling me how you focus. Some of the things you say, I might start doing. You learn through having conversations. And you learn to be more open-minded and having, realizing that people have different perspectives. So when you're having a conversation with somebody, don't judge them, just listen. Just listen to what they're saying. You're not only learning about them to see if they even your type, if you even want to have another parked car conversation, but also they can help you. They can help you figure things out. So I've just been falling in love with the conversational pieces lately, because I feel like these are really questions, like simple questions that you can really sit there and ask somebody and get to just know more about them, or ask people. You don't have to just be like on a date or anything. You could just be with your friends and y'all just start talking, having that conversation. See where you guys are in life, and you might see if they continue to align with you. They might not, you might find something out and you like, oh no, she's not for me. But you don't have to be judgmental about it. You can just listen again, but it helps you to get to know people better, a person better, just by having conversations. And about important stuff, y'all. A lot of times I don't really talk, it's because people do not be talking about that, for real. I just, and then now where I'm at now, I really don't care for a lot of stuff. And that has more so to do with me, because it's a lot of stuff that I'm trying to cut out. And it's a lot of stuff that I'm trying to work on and have self-control in. So it's just a lot of conversations that I really don't want to have, because then that get me to thinking, you know what I'm saying? So I just try to, and like, again, that has more to do with me. Like, I'm just not at a place in my life where I want to have certain conversations until I'm able to control what's up here. You know what I'm saying? And what do guys say? Cut it off. Poke your eye out. Cut your hand off if it's getting in the way of you and God. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like literally, you gotta cut out conversations, cut out people, cut out things that is getting in the way of you and God. But these are good conversational pieces. So the first one, let me see how long I've been talking. I just be talking, so I'll be having to cause when I be like, it ain't gonna be long, and then when I first get up here, I just be talking. And I ain't even talking about the content, I'm just talking. So the first conversational piece, do you believe that you have a purpose in this life? Why or why not? Do you believe that you have a purpose in this life? So next card date, ask your date, do you believe you got a purpose in this life? Because even if you don't have a purpose in this life, they might. And the fact that that might get you thinking about your own purpose, because we all have one. We were all put here for a reason. Even if that looks like just teaching other people lessons. Hey, that's a purpose. You completed that goal. You done came in a bunch of people's lives, taught them some lessons, left, and then, that's it. I'm just saying. You never know. You got to just be open to all types of things, for real. It looked like the sun coming out now, so now I don't even know what I want to put on. Probably what I got on, besides the shorts. But do you believe that you have a purpose in this life? Why or why not? Because some people don't believe that. And again, what I tell y'all, it really just starts off as a belief. Like, really, it starts off as a seed being planted. Some people get the luxury of knowing that they have a purpose in this life, follow your dream, you can do whatever you want to do. Some people get that luxury in life at a young age. And that's so beautiful, it's so amazing, because other people don't. Some people get that seed planted in their head at an early age. And for them, that's just, I believe I can fly, I believe I can touch the sky, That's a belief for them, because somebody planted that belief into them, because that's what they believe. So then they planted it into their children's head. So now they believe. But as they continue on and journey through life, and if they go through their education, or again, if they just go through a bunch of experiences that allows them to gain facts, information, and skills regarding their purpose and what they were put here to do, then it becomes, I know I was put here for a reason, because I'm doing it, I'm living it out. And then they can continue to plant that seed into their children. But guess what? Some people don't get that seed planted at an early age. Some don't get that seed planted at all. Luckily, I was able to get my seed planted. I didn't get it planted at an early age, but I was able to get that garden started at a good age, I would say. At 25 is a good age. Really at 24, but I feel like that's still a good age, because a lot of people look at me like, you're young. Like, oh my God, why? They probably think I'm crazy. Like, why are you thinking like this? Why are you thinking? The clock is ticking. Like I tell y'all all the time, go at life at your own pace, but at the same time, don't move too slow. Like you got all the time in the world. And that's what made me realize that I had a purpose. Me realizing that life is short, and I know God didn't put me here for no reason. Even before that, I knew my perspective had changed. I knew I wanted different. I knew I wanted more. I knew that I could not keep putting myself through the same BS that I was putting myself through and ending back up in the same spots. I knew that, but I still did not know what God had put me here to do. I still did not know what I was, like, what is Lanasia here for? What am I supposed to do? I know I want different. I know I want to change. I know I want better. I know I want more good than bad, but what am I supposed to be doing? When God gave me my dream, that I knew that was a part of it. I knew that was a part of the plan. My first project. My purpose was to, all I could think about is, I don't know. I've been emotional all week, honestly. I really have. I don't know why. I just been doing a lot of deep thought and reflecting just about how far I came without even noticing that I've been reflecting on it. So that's just that. And so my first project made me really sit down and think about me and my inner child as a little girl, and the thing that I used to escape reality, to go off into a different place, where I was able to use my imagination and really start to want more for myself. You know what I'm saying? What I used to escape helped me want more. Some of it was a little crazy, but it gave me an idea of wanting more. You know what I'm saying? It just helped me go off into this whole other world. It was a form of escape for me. I love to do it. And so that was my purpose. Because what did I say the other day? We're all not going to get a big blessing. I feel like even so, it's still people in places that don't even get a small blessing, And so, some people just don't make it out even just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? They stay stuck forever. Like, especially as children, they're stuck in poverty forever. They're stuck in the system forever. They're just stuck forever. And nobody's going to save them. Because even if I wanted to save everybody and help everybody, I know I couldn't. And so with the first project, my purpose was to help anybody that I could, any little girl really, but any little boy that just needed to escape from their reality. Help them escape, even if it's just for 30 minutes or an hour. I'm trying to be real discreet when I talk about it. I'm not ready to talk about it yet. Even though it's completed, I'm not ready to really talk about it. I gotta wait. Even though it's already set in stone, I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. And so, even though it's already completed, so can't nobody really put doubt on it. But I just wanted to give off that feeling, that vibe with project number one, like, because I know what it feels like to want to escape, and I know what it feels like to, use something to escape. Nothing is positive, everything about it isn't the most positive, but it was positive enough to, make me dream a little bit, to help me continue to imagine, so, put me off into La La Land, even if it was just for a little bit, It made me happy to do. I love to do it. I love to use it as an escape. Like I said, not all of it was negative, just that in general, it was an escape. Like, no matter what it was, what I put my hands on, it was an escape for me, and that's what I want for other little boys and girls who are never going to really make it out, that probably won't be saved. But if they can take what God gave me and they can use it to feel better in the dark times. That was the start of that, of me really, just knowing that, I have a dream. I have a dream. But when I came to the conclusion that life is short and that I could not leave this world without doing something big, leaving a legacy, if it, like, not even big enough to be the influencer for my own children, big enough to show them this is how mommy did it. And no matter what people tell you, no matter what, when I'm not here especially, no matter what somebody try to tell you, no matter what people try to persuade you to do, no matter what everybody else is out here doing in this world, you know for a fact, and they're going to experience it too, I believe it heavily, that they're going to gain their own, knowledge and wisdom and experience through experience, their own experiences. I know everything's not going to be perfect for them, but they're going to know how to handle it. And they're going to know that they can continue on this legacy by doing whatever they want to do. Because the legacy I leave behind, my grandkids might pick up, my kids might do something else. But when my kids talk about me, my grandkids might be inspired to follow my footsteps. I want to leave something where somebody can keep going, or my sister or brother, them too. That's what I do it for. No matter how big or small, no matter what scale it happens on, that's the purpose, That's the end goal. That's what I want to attain. That's what I want to achieve. The ones after me, the kids after me, and any child or any person that I come across in my own children, to leave something behind that means something of value, and not just monetary, and not just based off my legacy and what I build, but by what's up here and by what I've been through in life. My purpose is to help, to serve, to care for, to give, So do you believe that you have a purpose in this life? And kind of sort of, as I was just speaking on, have I ever believed that I've had a purpose? No. Not until 24 did I believe that I had a purpose, when it became a belief. But now I know, at this big old age of 25, I know that I have a purpose in this life, to give, to serve, to help, to nurture, to be something, to build a legacy. The purpose, the end goal is to break generational curses, to break the chains. That's the purpose. That's my purpose. That's the purpose. How I grew up, the things I had to escape, the things I've seen, the things I've been through by myself, just not having nobody to talk to, not having nobody to go to. I've been really emotional lately. But, just being real authentic, I got to be, I can't be nobody else but me. And, I never want my kids ever to go through anything alone. I don't ever want them to think that they have to do this certain thing or that certain thing in order to be something. Like, no, be free. Be free. Like, it's so much knowledge and wisdom that I'm going to instill in them, and it ain't even about religion either, but I got to be real. Just like I'm telling y'all, my kids going to know that God did it for me. Raise your kids upright. I don't know the verse, and I ain't going to look for it today. I ain't going to even, but I believe it's raise your kids upright, and let me look it up, because it's in my head. It's in my head. So for me, that's like, I'm gonna tell my kids, and they're gonna know that God did His thing. But if that's just something they steer away from, that's just a part of their life experiences that they have to go through. But when they see it and when they understand it, they're gonna know. So then when it starts to come full circle for them, especially when they go on their own paths and try to do it their way, they'll understand. Proverbs 22:6 Start children off on the way they should go, and even when they are old, they will not turn from it. So that's just clarity. That's just confirmation for me, is that as long as I do it right, they're going to forever be good. Even if it don't work out that way, and they don't keep those ways, and you know, they don't take that knowledge and that wisdom that's given to them, I did the best I could, and again, they're going to learn, you know. But even if they do continue, I want y'all to know that even if they do continue on, you know, in the way that they were taught and brought up, they're still going to have problems. They're still going to come across things. They're still going to be tested. They're still going to make mistakes. But you know what? I want them to go to God, and I want them to be able to come to me and be open and honest about the mistakes, and knowing and being aware and taking accountability of the mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Some of us go through things in life, we make mistakes, we mess up, and we don't know that we can turn to God, and we don't know that we can run to our parents, because some of our parents don't make us feel like we can run to them. I ain't never talked to my parents about a boy, about a heartbreak, about a lot of stuff that I've been through, depression, flunking out of school, you know, anxiety. I ain't never talked to my parents about stuff like that. The birds and the bees. G Herbo came in my head. You know, people, one thing I was thinking about the other day, people think just because you got your parents in your life that makes you inferior to trauma. No. Just because I know my parents, and both my parents in my life don't make what I went through more or less than what you've been through, just because you didn't have a parent or parents. I'll never invalidate the fact that you don't have a parent or parents. That's why I'm so grateful that I do have mine. That's why I honor and respect them. I ain't always been perfect. You know, had some attitude, might have snapped back a couple of times, but always been a respectful child to both my parents. My dad wasn't in the house, but I've always respected him. But certain things, you know, I still wouldn't dare do. I wouldn't dare talk back to my parents. I'm 25, I'm grown, I wouldn't dare. What? Is you crazy? I wouldn't dare do that. I love my life. Especially, I wouldn't dare do it to my mama. Wouldn't dare it. But, yeah, like, just because people had their parents, that don't make growing up in a black household should be enough evidence to know that I got some trauma. You know, raised by a single mom, I got some trauma. My single mom dealing with her own trauma from her own mom and dad. That trickles down to us, to her kids. Sometimes she don't know how to be there for us because of what she's been through. Nobody's really been there for her. So how can she be there for us? That's something she got to learn how to do, you know? She don't know what it feels like to be there for a child because nobody was there for her when she was a child. So that's something that she was supposed to learn, but she didn't really learn it, you know? But, you know, and that's just an example. That's just an example. But that's just one thing I hate. I know I'm going everywhere. And that's why I love these conversation pieces, because they bounce, they go. You know? And I really don't want to keep y'all long, so I'm going to go ahead and end it. But do you believe that you have a purpose in this life? Why or why not? Why do you believe that you do? And why do you believe that you don't? And I don't know if I answered my why. But again, at first, nobody ever planted that seed in my head that there was an end goal for me, that there was a reason I was put here, that there's a generational chain or curse that I needed to break, that I needed to, you know, build a legacy, that I needed to, you know, stamp my name on the wall, that it was already written. I just had to go figure it out and go after what I really want to do and what I really, really love, and, you know, work hard to figure out why I was put here. That seed was never planted. So that's why I never believed that I had a purpose. But now I do believe that I have a purpose. Why? Because God told me I do. Through experiencing Him, you know. The closer I got to Him, the more He revealed His purpose for me, to me. You know. That's the skills. That's the information. That's the facts. You know. All of that and going through experience and then being educated. Education on God is going to church. You know, sermons. But just, again, be careful. Be careful where you go and, you know, what you watch and listen to. But, you know, that's a form of education. Being in community with somebody that's already been through it, like Tatiana. And me and Tatiana, I go to her and ask her whatever I need to ask her. And she tells me straight up what I need to know. And I let her know, like, okay, I understand this. You know, that's her educating me on God and what I need to know. God put people in our lives for a reason. They also help us to understand and reach our purposes in life. Everything we touch, everything we go through is something for us to learn. It's an experience. We gain skills through experience, through education. Skills is knowing how to do something. So receiving the facts, receiving the information, that's getting me closer to my purpose. It's helping me realize that I was put here for a reason. I was, OG, you know? But yeah, that's why I believe and know I have a purpose. God, divinely led by God. He leads me every day towards my purpose, which is to break generational curses, break these cycles, build a legacy, help, serve, teach, give, encourage, nurture, be, love, showing compassion, you know. That's just a piece of hair. Piece of this. Okay, number 2. How does believing you have a purpose in this life make you feel? How does believing that you do not have a purpose in this life make you feel? So I'm going to start with that second one because, again, I haven't always felt like I had one. So believing that you don't have a purpose in life just kind of feels like your life sucks. You know, it feels like you're just going through the motions all the time. It's like you don't really know why you're here and why you're living this life, but hey, I'm going to just do whatever. I'm going to wing it. Like, I don't know. Like, you know how we say, you know, we make jokes all the time. I ain't asked, you know, to be here, stuff like that. When you say stuff like that, that's kind of, you know, negating the fact that, you know, you're here and that you do actually have a reason to be here. You saying I didn't ask to be here is you basically saying you have no reason to be. Like, what am I here for? I ain't asked to be here, so why y'all put me here? It ain't going good anyway. It sucks. You know, another thing I be saying sometimes, he be like, you know, why you want my life? People be wanting your life, you can have it. You know, what? You know, sometimes we just feel like life is crazy, life is chaotic, it's a mess, it's hard, it's terrible, it's not fun. You know, and other times we have the time of our lives, but we living it in a negative way. Getting toasted, getting too drunk, getting too lit, having too much fun, spending too much money, not really thinking long term, not really thinking about what can happen tomorrow. You might not wake up if you take too many pills. You might not wake up if you drink too much liquor. You might not see another day if you drunk drive. You know, so that's what I feel like. Not believing you have a purpose, because when you know you got purpose in the life, you kind of just let a lot of stuff go because you know you got something to do. That's how it feels when you know you got a purpose. When you believe you got purpose in life, you know you got something to do. You know you on a mission. You know you got somewhere to be. You got somewhere to go. You got an end to attain. You got a goal to attain. You know that you got somewhere to be. You know you got an ending point. You know that before you leave this life, I got something to do. I got something to take care of. I got a chain to break. I got a cycle to break. I got curses to break. My kids will not go through this. My little sisters and brothers will not go through this. This is not the environment I want to raise them in. This is not what was meant for us as a black person. Poverty was not the end for us. trauma is not the end for us. Senseless killing is not the end for us. It's not the end. The end is doctorate degrees. The end is having our own companies, truck companies, having our own bookstores, restaurants, food trucks, clothing business, fashion lines, purse lines, shoe lines, and so on. That's the end goal for us. That's knowing you got a purpose, you got something to do, and that's knowing that I got something to teach my children, my little cousins. You know what I'm saying? But when you feel like you don't have a purpose, when you feel like you believe you do not have a purpose in this life, you go through life not caring. And I will tell you this though. I believe I have a purpose and I don't care. It depends on what you care about. I care about my life and how I live it. What I don't care about is what people think about my life and how I live it. You get the difference. That's the difference in caring and not caring. You care, you got to know what to care about, and you got to know what not to care about. What everybody else got to say and what they got going on. Your mission, yeah, that's what you care about, because you know you got something to do. How does believing you have a purpose in this life make you feel? And basically, again, I just answered both of them at the same time, simultaneously. When you know you got a purpose, you feel good, you feel amazing, because when you're working towards it, you got something going, and you know, when you see the bigger picture, that's the end goal. There we go. The bigger picture. When you see your bigger picture, that makes you feel good. That makes you feel good. Commit your plans to the Lord and you will succeed. Commit that bigger picture to the Lord. When you know you put here to break chains, break curses, to do it different, to turn it around for your family, go after that. Focus on just that. Knowing you got a purpose, no matter who believe in you, because a lot of people won't believe in you. Your family won't believe in you. Your friends won't believe in you. Even your partner won't believe in you. The person you with beside you don't believe in you. You know, whoever else, they don't believe in you. But when you know you got a purpose, when you believe that you got a purpose, when you start believing, you start going after it so that you can start knowing you got a purpose. Because when you start believing and you start going after your purpose, again, you start to gain the skills, the information, the facts through experience, through education, because now you're putting yourself in positions, you're putting yourself in places where you can learn, where you can gain information, where you can gain facts, where you can gain, what's the other one? Skills. You put yourself in places and positions where you can gain that stuff in order to reach your purpose. You're setting yourself up for opportunities now that will allow you to experience new things, that is taking you towards your purpose. Because now it's just not a belief. Now the more you gain this stuff, the more you gain facts, information, and I keep forgetting, and skills through experiences and through education, the more you walk on the path of your purpose. Oh, the more you walk on the path of your purpose, the more you walk on the path of your purpose, the more you do that, the more knowledge you are acquiring. The more you know you are right where you're supposed to be. And that's where I am. Every day I know I'm right where I'm supposed to be, and that everything happens for a reason, and that I'm on the right track, I'm on the right path. That's why I can continuously let stuff go and just out my way. Yeah, I got something to do. I don't got time. I don't got time today. The clock is kicking. I go through every day on my own terms. I go through every day at my own pace. I don't compare. I'm not looking left or right. I'm walking. I'm gradually getting there. Because I know every step I take allows me, everything I go through, every experience, every lesson I learn, every time I learn something in class, you know, I'm gaining experience, I'm gaining education because I have a purpose. I'm where I am for a reason. So everything that I acquire, the knowledge that I acquire, again, the skills, the information, the facts, everything that I acquire through my education when I go to school, through my education when I'm at church, or when I'm talking to Tati, or when I'm watching the sermon, the experiences, the life lessons I go through where I'm applying stuff, I'm applying new skills that I learned through life lessons. that's getting me closer. That's keeping me on the path, and that's getting me closer to my purpose. And that allows me to, every step I take, know that I have a purpose. I know that I have a purpose. I know that this is not all for a reason. I begin to realize and become aware this is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. This is a part of how I'm going to give back. This is a part of how I'm going to nurture. This is a part of how I'm going to serve. This is a part of how I'm going to build my legacy. This is knowledge that I'm going to feed my children. This is what can be passed down. A lot of stuff stops right here with me. That's the purpose. That's what believing in myself and knowing I have a purpose feel like. Because that belief is now staying put. And now it's knowledge. It's not just a belief anymore. It's me knowing for a fact that I have a purpose. And it's staying put. It's staying put. It's not going nowhere. I'm on this path and it's up and it's stuck. I'm on this path and I'm not leaving it. Knowing that it stops right here with me. Knowing that I'm breaking curses. Knowing that I'm building this foundation brick by brick. Knowing that I have God and His Word to build that foundation on. Brick by brick. Knowing that I'm starting a new cycle with my life. That makes me feel amazing. That makes me want to get up every day and live my life with meaning, with purpose, with joy, with happiness, choosing happiness. That makes me want to get up and be good to people and get up and know I'm good enough. It don't feel good to feel like you don't have a purpose. I know when I was praying this morning, I was all right, but then a little tear wanted to slip down. But I was just thinking about how, the biggest thing for me is waking up and feeling good, getting out on my knees and really feeling good on the inside, versus knowing that before there were times where I didn't know how I was going to make it through the day. Everything was dark. Everything was dark. Everything about my life was dark. I was in a dark place. I wasn't really happy. And to feel happiness from the inside now, and to wake up and really want to just live my day, live my life and get through my day and just be, it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling, and it's been an amazing journey. That's all I have for you guys today. The questions will be in the description box. Make sure y'all check them out. Use them. Use any question I give y'all to learn more about people, to learn more about yourself. You can have this conversation with yourself. I'm doing it. Hey, you can jot it down and write out short answers. It's up to you. But, y'all, I do this for a reason. Taking something simple as just one word and knowing what it means, and then relating it to your own life and to your own journey by being able to dig deeper into yourself. That's healing. That's some deep healing. That's some deep figuring out. That's gaining more knowledge about yourself. That's becoming more wise within yourself, because you're getting to know yourself. And knowing yourself is very important. Let me look this up, because I really believe this. So this quote by Aristotle, he was a Greek philosopher, if I'm not mistaken. He said that knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. I couldn't agree more. Knowing who you are is where it all starts. Knowing the ins and outs of you, even down to the things that have hurt you in life. You gotta know what hurt me to make me this way, so that you can work on it. You get what I'm saying? You gotta know yourself. You gotta know who you are. Because again, what he said is the beginning of all wisdom. So I hope you guys have had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Monday. Y'all be blessed. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay beautiful. Be patient. Be humble. Be kind. Show compassion. Be gentle. You are love. Love is within you. Show love. Be love. Spread love. You are light. Shine your light. You never know who else light you are illuminating when you illuminate yours. So shine it brightly. You are you. Nobody else can be you. Know yourself. So nobody can ever tell you anything about yourself because you already know yourself. It's my favorite. Like, you know, say what you want. I already know. I already know I be tripping. I already know I ain't too right in the head. You ain't gotta tell. Like, nah. Wait, hey, you gotta know the good, bad, and the ugly. And that's just real. Ain't nobody perfect. I love you all from my heart to yours.